All children display temperament. Some children tend to be brash and intense. Some easygoing. Some don't like to be held. Others do. Some are generally cheerful. While others tend to be cranky. But where do these differences come from? Many people think that all infants come into the world alike, and that if an infant is timid or fussy, then there is something wrong with the child or the way he is being treated. Very often, nothing is wrong. There is no one to blame. The infant is displaying temperament, an unmistakable personal style. Studies of infants have shown that children behave differently right from birth. Along with parenting, culture, and environment, temperament plays a major part in the development of personality. As many as 40% of all children fall into the flexible or easy group. These children have regular feeding and nap routines. They adapt to new situations quickly. They are easily toilet trained and are generally cheerful. The flexible traits: regular rhythms, positive mood, quick to adapt, low intensity, low sensitivity. Flexible children seldom make a fuss and can be taken advantage of by other children.
Those are flowers. What is that? Yes, you do know.
This doesn't mean they don't have deep feelings. Their needs and wishes are as great as any child's.
We have a bird like that, don't we? Huh? Your mommy has a bird? I've got one.
They need special attention so they don't get lost in the group.
Did you have some at home? Okay. What's that kitty cat doing?
The boy playing with the red ball is James. He's a flexible child. Watch how he expresses himself. He doesn't demand attention, but he wants it. He doesn't make a fuss, but shows his needs in quiet ways.
Oh, okay. I'll wait for you right here, okay?
His message might only be communicated by a glance, but his need can be just as great as a child who is more obvious. So with this type of child, the caregiver checks in from time to time. Although they need extra time to warm up, children with fearful or cautious temperaments often become very attached to their caregivers. The key to working with these children is to go slowly, little by little, and step by step. The fearful traits: slow to adapt, withdraws, Carla is a particularly cautious child. She uses Yolanda, her caregiver, as her base for security. When new activities are introduced, or if there is a lot of commotion, Carla will either withdraw or seek her out. Yolanda, knowing Carla's temperamental tendencies, doesn't push her. While being allowed to stay close, Carla checks things out from a safe distance. Just because Carla is resistant to new things at first doesn't mean that she won't ever enjoy them. She just needs more time to warm up. Notice how Yolanda acts to lessen the newness. She doesn't just send Carla over, she draws her in. And stays for a while to make sure Carla's emotion has changed from caution to enjoyment. Of all the temperamental types, caregivers often have the most difficulty and the most fun with feisty children. Because these children are so intense, they can be a handful. This is the child who lives with zest. And lets everybody know when she is pleased or displeased.
The baby's name is Tracy?
Feisty children can be active, intense, distractible, sensitive, irregular, moody. Sometimes things go really well with feisty children. Other times, they can get out of hand. To deal with feistiness, there are several proven caregiving techniques. Knowing that Megan had taken the blanket away from Carol and is furious because Carol took it back, Phyllis, the caregiver, uses the redirection technique. Empathy, followed by redirection of attention. At first it doesn't work because Megan is still caught up in her emotions. Phyllis knows, however, that Megan can become as intensely interested in something new as she was in the blanket.
Sit right here on the couch. Here, and we'll sit a baby right here on the couch, and you can read a story with the baby right here on the couch. Okay?
By continuing to redirect, Phyllis helps the feisty child move on.